I just cannot stand this gaslighting. I just can't. It's okay. Just admit what you're doing. Just admit it. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. But like, can't you just say, I'm using God for clout? Yeah, all right. So we're going to watch this woman running cover.
Go to Holy Bible timeline. What a phrase and what a topic. One, frankly, that I really want to dive into, because Diana here sent me a video a couple days ago of a conservative influencer calling out that phenomenon and basically coining the phrase. And in the video, she sort of asks it like a question, one that I felt was important to answer and to talk about. So I'm going to start with that video before we kind of dive in here. Let's watch. Now, this is Emily Wilson. She's a conservative influencer. However, she is not religious, and she openly talks about that. So this is her perspective on a phenomenon that she has seen, which I too have seen. So we're gonna talk about it.
One of the most fascinating transitions I see on quite a normal basis, and I see it a lot in the far right, grifter, right-wing chicks, is the timeline of like hoe to Holy Bible, we'll say. It's always the girls that were like the craziest, partied the hardest, did the most drugs, slept with the most dudes, and then like a couple of years later, they just turned to the most like hardcore Christian Bible quotes. They're like ironically the first ones to shame other women.
I want to pause her here because she mentioned the idea of, well, those are the first women to shame other women. That is why if we're proclaiming the name of Christ, it is so, so important that we live that out.
And this is the thing. Reagan, it's like the same thing. You got a pound of makeup on. Now, look, I'm not saying you shouldn't. We're in show business. I mean, if I was at the Daily Wire, I'd probably slap on the makeup too. They have a whole makeup artist. If I could go from a 6 to an 8, a 5 to a 7, a 4 to a 6, I would do it. But do you see the... I mean, it's just the gaslighting. I can't be bothered with it.
Because if we don't, then this is the line of attack. This is the line of critique that someone would have. So it's so important that we take that fuel out by not doing that. Now, I don't know what influencers she's talking about, what grifters. I don't know. And so I can't say whether they did or did not do that. But if that is at all true, it's so important that we act differently so that people can't say that about us. This is just such a clear reminder that non-believers see Christ's character through us. So if we fail to represent him well, then that puts a stain on the way they see him. So is it different?
Yeah, but like Reagan, I mean, don't make me Google you. Oh, I'm going to have to do it. Google. Where did Reagan Conrad go to college? Let's see. Temple University. How big of a school is that? Oh my God. You went to UPenn? Or is that a smaller school? Let's see the size. 20-acre campus. Okay, 5,000. And then she went to Temple University. By the way, Reagan, I got to be honest. Men usually look at women that transfer colleges as hoes. Now, I'm not saying you are one. I don't know. But I mean, how a lot of people transfer. Temple University size. So you went to 2 different colleges, and one was 33,000 people. A theme, $20. Why is there all the string? A theme joke from Canada. Why is there all the strings on tampons so crabs can bungee jump too? Wow. We will talk about crabs later, but I wanted to start the show with this.
Difficult to live like him always? You betcha. It's frankly impossible. But it is so important that we try our very best. Okay, let's continue.
And I'm like, are you also just overcompensating now for all things you did in the past? Because according to you, apparently it doesn't exist and it's all forgiven.
It is all forgiven.
Of course! I hate you hoes! I hate you! I am ready to crash out! I am ready for my crash out. I'm ready. It's like it's let me dunk myself in Jesus water and it doesn't count. What? Like, I just can't. I cannot deal with this anymore. Oh my gosh. I need to start a religion where I can get it. Yeah, that smirk.
It is.
I just wonder.
Now she's wondering, perhaps sarcastically, because it is clear that she doesn't actually really care or want to dive into that. But I do, because I do think it's
Women use religion to get out of jail free card. Because if you guys were really sorry, you'd be quiet in the back of the church. You would be, but you're not. You're not. So now you're ruining my day, but at least it's entertaining, right? Because I think they do like watching me scream about this stuff. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll keep doing my job.
important. I do think that this is a phenomenon that we see very often, and it is an amazing thing. It's awesome to see. It's almost too like she was trying to say that by becoming a Christian, it just makes like a Christian influencer or like a trad that suddenly like it's helpful for your career if you suddenly just start doing that. And I would argue that it's not. Especially
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. Gaslight somebody else. Go gaslight somebody. Take your stupid takes elsewhere. And if you complain about me calling your takes stupid, you shouldn't have entered a man's world. This is a man's world, and I can talk to you about that. Oh, really? Being a Christian doesn't help your career? Really, Reagan? Idiot. Okay. As most of you know, I have been fighting on the front lines of the simp epidemic for years, but I need to tell you about a quiet weapon being ratcheted up against men that is rarely talked about. It's not just the relentless anti-masculinity propaganda and OnlyFans hoes causing the societal issues that we discuss on this show. Did you know that the average city's tap water contains trace pharmaceuticals and endocrine disruptors? This often includes estrogen from birth control. The average adult consumes a credit card worth of plastic every single week. That's 5 grams of plastic a week on average. So it's no wonder that the average male's testosterone is half of what the average was 50 years ago. Testosterone levels decline 1% a year, and without a course correction, we are headed towards extinction. No matter how based you are, you need to be naturally boosting your testosterone. My friends at Chalk, CHOQ.com, are on a mission to save mankind from extinction by boosting your vitality. Chalk's Male Vitality Stack contains premium and potent herbs clinically studied to naturally boost your testosterone levels, sperm count, and overall vitality. Just one of the many ingredients in the Male Vitality Stack was studied in double-blind human clinical trials to boost total testosterone 20% in 90 days. When you boost your testosterone, you'll have more mental clarity, you're more capable of making decisions and taking risks. Having high testosterone will also affect your pheromones, so women will find you more attractive subconsciously. Get the Chalk Male Vitality Stack right now on chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. Use my name Pearl as your coupon code and you'll get 25% off site-wide on chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. My name Pearl is the discount code. How many men have studied the Bible for years? Do you know what? I know a Christian guy. Let me call him. Oh, I forgot his name. Whatever. There was some Christian influencer. We got Nala Ray. Got 200,000 views on Charlie Kirk's channel with a softball interview. I've never been invited to talk on Charlie Kirk's show. Maybe I should have got gangbanged on camera and then said sorry after and got dunked in JesusWater.com. Maybe I should have tried that. Bitch, go gaslight somebody else. I just cannot take it. I cannot take the gaslighting.
Especially, with some of the women that I can think of that went under intense scrutiny over the last couple of years who changed their lives, like Nala Ray. She went from being an OF star, making tons of money.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, stupid bitch. Oh my God, this is all I can think about. These hoes will drive you crazy. Crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. OnlyFans, you have an expiration date because you're going to get ugly, old, and fat soon. Do you know what doesn't have an expiration date? The Bible. Idiot.
Tons of fame to completely changing her life because she found Christ. And so
And
did
you know
that
what's so crazy?
suddenly help her?
Yes, it did. She just got on the stage at a major conservative organization. I've been working in the industry for 5 years, no invite. I mean, I understand. I talk a lot of shit, but I never did porn. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm an example of Christ, but over a corn star? I hate you people. You people. I want you to know that when I started this, I grew up Catholic, right? And women like you make people leave religion because, and I swear, because I've experienced this. You guys gaslight so hard and thump the Bible over with everybody and then just gaslight further and further and have dishonest takes and do this dishonest bullshit. And do you know what happens? People leave the church because they're tired of the nagging and the gaslighting. And this is gaslighting to eternity. Fucking eternity. Oh my God. Yes, it was good for her career.
Not monetarily speaking, not in all the ways that the world sees success. So now has it become her brand in a sense
And
to talk
by
about?
the way, she raised her OnlyFans prices after she claimed to have found God. She raised them. She didn't delete the OnlyFans until right the day before she went on Michael Knowles' interview. Oh, I'm so bad. I only watched like 1 minute of this before I brought it up. So I wasn't expected to get this pissed off today.
Christ, yes. Of course it has. Because while she left all that worldly success, she found something much greater. And now she just wants to share it with everyone, which is so true time and time again. And that's what Emily is even talking about here. She sees like, why do all these people keep going from completely the opposite?
All right, idiot. Open invite to come on my show. Open invite. Make sure you guys clip this. Make sure you guys clip this and tag her. Come on my show and we'll talk about this bullshit.
Opposite to holding their Bible and like screaming from the rooftops. There's reason for it.
All the women, this is the problem. Women think that changing their life is using their words. It's never action. Like, okay, if you want me to believe you're Christian, take off the makeup. Look, I'm not the most religious person in the world, but I would bet money that painting your face, I mean, that looks a little bit deceptive. Now, I personally, I'm not even claiming that you're wrong for doing it, but forgive me for thinking, this doesn't really look like what I'm hearing.
You don't suddenly become a Christian and life is all sunshine and rainbows. Nor is it an aesthetic on Instagram that is going to get you the most likes and brand deals and free from hate.
It literally does. It literally does.
Quite the opposite.
I mean, there's people that have made millions of dollars off of God. How much money do churches make a year? Like, would I put the church industry? Okay, it can range from a few $1,000s to over 41 billion. Churches collectively receive 100 billion in donations. It's a 100. That is nuts. That's higher than I even thought it was going to be. $100 billion. Wow. I am so done. I am done. I've had it.
This is why I'm grateful though for brands like Tecovas. Now, as you guys know, I do love my Tecovas. I wear them all the time. I'm not in stretchy pants, so I can't always show you, the boots that I'm wearing, but I do love wearing Tecovas literally every day. It seems
Wow.
you've even got a whole collection of
do you see how hard this gaslighting is? She's making a video about how Jesus doesn't make you money, talks about Jesus, and then plugs in her brand deal. I just cannot stand this gaslighting. I just can't. It's okay. Just admit what you're doing. Just admit it. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. But like, can't you just say, I'm using God for clout? I'm using God. I like God. I thought it would be good to use him to build my brand and make money off of him. That would be more honest.